Good evening. Good evening.
Now the current meeting is in order. I presently welcome you all to meeting number 7 of Periyar Club Youth Leadership Program 2022. Before we move forward, I would like to recite the mission of our club. The mission of Youth Leadership Program is to conduct the program based on the belief that every young person has the potential to become a good communicator and leader. But this potential needs to be developed. The program is uniquely designed to enable the youth leaders to develop their potential through practical experience. In the youth leadership program, we do not discuss matters related to sex, religion, and politics. Before we start this interesting session, I would like to request you to switch off your mobile phones or any other electronic gadgets or put them in silent mode to avoid any distraction during the session. Now it's my privilege to introduce our dear President of Periyar Club Youth Leadership Program 2020.
Thank you, Pragati, for that nice opening. Good evening, all.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, all. Today, let me tell you a story about a boy. And first thing, that boy is much older than me. Okay? And this boy had a dream. He, right from his childhood, he had a dream of attending one All India exam. And when the time came for him to apply for the exam, in the application form it said the candidate will have to bring to the exam hall pen, pencil, eraser, sharpener, and a clipboard. That boy had until then attended so many exams, and he had taken the pen, pencil, paper, eraser and all, but in no other exam there was ever a requirement to bring a clipboard. He was confused. He didn't know what a clipboard was. So what he did, he chose not to write that exam. What do you think about that boy? What is your opinion about that boy?
The board which we keep the paper and
Okay, so your question is what's a clipboard? This is a clipboard, and that boy, he didn't know that what a clipboard was, and for that reason he didn't attend that exam. Now what is your opinion about that boy? What do you think about that boy? How bright is he? How smart is he? What do you think? Say it, please.
he's not smart.
He's not smart. Excellent. Give her a round of applause. It was I. This is true. I, in my final year engineering, my exam was Indian Engineering Services, and there was this particular thing written in the exam application form, and I was so shy at that time. I couldn't muster the courage to inquire or put myself to embarrassment as to ask what's a clipboard to anybody. And so I chose not to attend that exam. What will you do if you are in this kind of a situation? Huh? You will ask, okay? You said you will ask, okay? How about others? What would you all think?
Most of us will be hesitant to ask.
Most of you will be hesitant. Okay. You said honestly, you know what is the answer I expected. Right. Yes, Siddharth, what do you say?
I will ask my parents.
Wonderful. Okay. Okay. You said you will ask, but my question is, do you? When you have this kind of questions in mind, do you really ask others? Do you overcome your hesitation? Now, last day I told you about a girl who scored very high marks in her 10th grade, but she failed, her marks was less in the 11th grade, and she took the ultimate step. She took her own life. What her mother said afterwards is that she never told us anything. We never knew that she was going through this kind of a challenge. In your mind, I am certain there are certain questions that you all bear in your minds, which you feel may be inappropriate or too embarrassing to share with anybody. Let me tell you out of my own experience, one of that I have already shared. There are something more which I shared with my closest friend which they couldn't even believe. They stopped laughing. all those embarrassing, difficult questions that you have in mind, let me assure you, they are inconsequential, simple things. If you share it with the right people, they will be able to help you, they will be able to get you out of your that kind of hesitation and difficulties. I must warn you, not everybody is the right person. But there is a very simple tip to find out who is the right person. The wrong people, if you tell them that you have certain difficulty, they will immediately exaggerate and magnify and tell you that your life is doomed. Take it from me, they are the wrong people. Don't discuss such matters with them at all. But out of my experience, here in Dubai, you are all fortunate. At least 2 people, or I think 3 people. I can recommend you with utmost certainty. Ask the right people who will help you if you reach out to them. Number 1, Dr. Sandrika. She is the counselor of International Indian School. You can reach out to her. And she is counseling thousands of students, and she knows what are the challenges you might be going through and what is the solution. There are very simple solutions. Once you are given the right direction, it will be very easy for you all to overcome that kind of issues. Number 2, Madam, Dr. Manjula, talk to her and see. Okay, but she at least will direct you to Dr. Sandrega or someone better if she cannot handle it by herself. Number 3, can you guess?
Our parents.
Your parents, yes, try with them, and if they indeed give you the wrong answer, don't try with them further. Number 3 is the person who I turn to when I have the need for some advice and consultations. That is none other than a parent of 2 wonderful daughters. Our Chief Coordinator of YLP program, D.K. Manoj Sinha, please help me welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, DJ Manish. And for your information, not only he, I too consult him in situations of difficulty. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want the last bench to come over to the front first. Last bench, please. And there are you people are hiding. Come to the front side. Or take that chair. Because I am going to speak without a mic. You want to see everybody, that's fine. Once again, very good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Today onwards, I request all of you to speak in the body, first of all. Am I audible, clear?
Yes.
You have to speak in the body. We will not hide behind our lectern every time and hesitant to expose ourselves to the audience. Is it okay for you?
Yes.
Including evaluation, including speeches, in each area we will make ourselves. Now we have passed 6 sessions already, right? Now we should have the courage to speak in front of public. No worries, you have hesitations, no problem. You feel, but try. Let us try. Today, that's why I have a script with me. I am not going to take it. I just have a paper. You see? Whatever I am going to tell, that points I have written here. From that I am going to use some points. You can do that. We all can do that. When we are hiding behind the podium and when we are looking into the script, what we lose?
Eye contact.
Great. Give a round of applause to those. Then, what else?
Interaction.
Body language. just in the letter? Well, I will hit them. So, here, everything is possible. And you are audible as well. Clear. You can see me. Is it not? So, now I have a question for you. You all have friends, right?
Yes.
Who is your best friend? Yeah, Joanna. Who is your best friend? You have a friend, no? Who is that? Tell me any name. So you are in confusion, you have a lot of friends. So you are in confusion, whose name I should tell, right? Tell anybody. Anybody who is in need, who is helpful in need. Who is that? Tell me. Tell me. Not getting the boy? Person's name? No, sit down. Sit down. Yeah. Let us hear from Arun. Yeah. Please. Who is your best friend? Your parents. Great answer. Give a round of applause. You are much smarter than us. Frankly, what I was going to tell you, that's about parents. He guessed that and he has done it right also. My request to all of you is to make your parents your best friend. Make your parents your best friends. Your father, your mother, your siblings. You can make all of them your best friends. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
How many of you have made them your best friends? Great. So still some are there who have not made. It's time for you. You have to make your parents your best friend. They are the most reliable people in the world you can trust. The most reliable people. They will not do any single or single thing which is against your goodwill. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
They will never hurt. They may hurt you for good things, but they will never hurt you in front of others. They even will not be in a position to hear anything wrong about you. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Then why are we hesitant to make them our good friends? Best friends. Make them your best friends. Whenever you need them, make a phone call. You may get a right answer, you may get a wrong answer. Get a phone call, go to them, consult them. You will get an answer. And that answer will lead you to the right answer. If you feel that okay, that is not okay, you can consult another person which you trust. Then see what they are telling. Okay? So, I personally feel that we all, from today onwards, will make our parents our best friends. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Regarding good friendship, DTM Harish has given you a very good lecture, right? What can make you healthy and happy? What can make you healthy and happy? In your whole life, in your old age, what was that? Good relationships. Healthy relationships. That you can make with anybody, but just for the good people. Okay? Now, 24th is our grand finale, you all know.
Yes, sir.
Yes? All are aware? 24th will be our grand finale. There will be competitions in all three categories. Which are the categories? Evaluation, cover topics, and international speech. We will be selecting the means youth leaders for that contest in the next meeting towards the end. Okay, on 17th evening before you leave, we will be selecting the youth leaders competing in each and every contest, and that will be according to your performance and the results which we received and the observations we have in the podium. Okay, absolutely. We will not make any dilution in that case. Okay, so you be all prepared. You know which are the areas you are strong, which are the areas you have to improve, which area you can participate. All things you are very well known. It is known to you, right? So be prepared. That day we will announce which area you are going to compete or which assignment you are going to take. Clear? Yeah. So with that, let me move on to the next session. That is, I want to invite him where he's available or not. Is not yet. Mazin? Yeah. So I was looking for him actually, whether he's available. Yeah. Now let me invite a wonderful person who has taken a determination to make himself a better person each day. And he has proven here, from the day one he had attended our session, he had proven that he had improved a lot. You all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
I am talking about our youth leader president, youth leader Atharva. I request our youth leader Atharva to come to the podium and give a very much. All the best.
So what happened today on stage actually reminded me of a 2004 incident. So back in 2004, you might know this actor Jim Carrey. He's a very good actor. He was going to make, he and another director was going to make a biopic on Howard Hughes. But what happened was, it might be a coincidence. Another director made this documentary, okay, the biopic, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, named The Aviator. You know, Jim Carrey and the director like completely blown away. Like, they were like, how did they even think that this is going to happen? So something similar happened. Even I was going to talk about the importance of tabletop, about leaving this podium and then just keeping 4 points in your mind and elaborate it. You know, so I was like a little bit shocked. So what I was going to talk about, we all did the paid speech session in last Friday. Many of us did very well. It was really amazing session. But what happened was, we just like learned the script. The real reason I personally feel I joined Toastmasters was so that I could counter myself in an argument. I could argue with those people, because what used to happen was in my class, people used to put allegations on me. I was like not strong enough, I would say I was not in that position to counter their questions, to counter their arguments. So that was the reason why I joined this. Even when you go to an interview, you go completely have no idea what's going to come next. Now the interviews are definitely not going to give you this that okay, we are going to ask all these questions, or they are not going to tell you that okay, just learn all these lines, we are going to ask about you. So that is the importance of table topics. I wanted to speak about it. What I am saying is that for international speech session, you should not mug up the entire script. What you should do is simply keep 4 or 5 points, key points in your mind, and then recollect them and then just elaborate them. That I just wanted to say that thing. So that was my message. Now, to further proceed the meeting, I invite Secretary to read the minutes of the last meeting.
order at 3 p.m. DTM Harish sir welcomed all the guests and members and handed over to our YLP Chief Coordinator, DTM Manoj sir. Then DTM Manoj sir called upon the President, Youth Leader Adhar Hanuman. Youth Leader Adhar then introduces the YLOD, which was Youth Leader Aaron, was the YLOD. Youth Leader YLOD introduces the assignees and the theme of the day, which was Honesty is the Best Policy. The assignees were for the Word Master and Grammarian, Youth Leader Faraz, our founder, Youth Leader Farhan Naufal, Board Founder, Youth Leader Raj Ahmed, General Evaluator, Youth Leader Vedant Kumar, Timer, Youth Leader Jonathan, Joe Master, Youth Leader Divya Sridhar. Then DTM Manoj sir conducted a workshop on clarity and eye contact. Then there was international speeches. The international speakers were Youth Leader Mohammad Harun, Youth Leader Kartik Suresh, Youth Leader Ritika, Youth Leader Farzan Shafi, Youth Leader Joanna, Youth Leader Lia, Youth Leader Arnav, Youth Leader Arna, Youth Leader Isha P. Nashad. Then the joke master, Youth Leader Divya Sridhar cracked some joke. Then there was a 10 minutes break and it was followed by table topics. Table topics which was conducted by Fayaz Naufal. The table topic speakers were Youth Leader Adib Sheikh, Youth Leader Rayan, Youth Leader Manika Singh, Youth Leader Afra, Youth Leader Ishan Malik, and Youth Leader Atharva. Then the general evaluator then carried out a meeting with the evaluation segment. The evaluators were Youth Leader Vedant Kumar, Youth Leader Adib Sheikh, Youth Leader Mohammad Roshan, Youth Leader Manika Singh, Youth Leader Mirza Ishar, Youth Leader Pragati, Youth Leader Siddharth, Youth Leader Rayan, and Youth Leader Dugal. Youth Leader Mohammad Mazeh, Youth Leader Aisha Fatima, and Youth Leader Joseph. Then the board master and graduate report was given by Farzan Shafi. Then the R counters report was given by Leader Farhan Naufal. Then the declaration of results for international speech. The winners were Leader Arna Gupta, Leader Arna Gupta, Leader Ria. Then for table topics, the winners were Leader Rayan Roshan, Leader Afra, Leader Adib Sheikh. Then for evaluation segment, the winners were Leader Rayan Roshan, Leader Siddharth, Leader Mirza Ishaq. Then Leader Aaron returns the control to the President. Then the BB Education, Leader Farhan Naufal announced the roles for the next meeting. The DTM Harish sir gave a session about emotional intelligence meeting, and the meeting was adjourned by 9 p.m. followed by dinner. Thank you.
Are there any additional changes in the last previous meeting?
Yes.
No? Yes?
The word master and grammarian report was not given by Farzan Shafi, it was given by Farah Shafi.
Yeah, correct it.
Okay,
Yeah, please correct.
okay. Okay, I will correct it and I will make sure this doesn't repeat in the next session. Yeah, thank you. Now I invite YLP Mazlum to the stage to proceed the meeting.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for such an encouraging and elevating introduction. Dear Presiding Officer, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a very warm good evening to you all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Dear fellow youth leaders, as you can already see on the lectern that the theme of the day is Be a Helping Hand. What does it mean? Well, let me help you understand it. Be a helping hand is an idiom which literally means help others as much and as often as you can. See someone afraid or anxious or nervous before delivering the speech to audience or facing trouble in public speaking? Reach out to them, comfort them. It may not be something rewarding, but it means a lot. It will boost his confidence and will deliver a lot better speech. This is just an example. It may be anything. It may be helping someone mentally, physically, or as small as just wishing them. It does help a lot. Help as often and as much as you can. Don't hesitate. And if you do hesitate, you will keep thinking about it the whole day in a bad way. But even if you pick a mere pen from the floor and hand it to the owner, you will think about it the whole week in a good way. Thank you for paying your valuable attention. With this note, I have a team of diligent assignees who will wisely guide us in building our today's session. I request you all to hold your applause until all the assignees are introduced. Let's start with the general evaluator. To keenly observe today's proceedings, we have our general evaluator, Youth Leader Pragati. I will introduce her later in the evaluation segment. May I request Youth Leader Pragati to acknowledge her presence and explain her role in brief.
My role as a general evaluator is to observe and evaluate everything from the beginning to the end of the meeting and to lead a constructive evaluation session when called upon to do so. I will wrap up the entire proceedings of the meeting, complementing good practices and indicating the areas requiring improvement.
Thank you, General Evaluator. We have a table topics master to conduct the table topics segment. Youth Leader Faraz Shafi and Youth Leader Aisha Fatima. I shall introduce them at the table topics segment. May I request Youth Leader Faraz Shafi and Youth Leader Aisha Fatima to acknowledge their presence.
Dear fellow leaders, Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a very warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today I will be conducting this section 1 of table topics, and all the best for all the speakers. Distinguished guests, respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today I am going to be the table topic master for section 2, and I am going to be giving topics for each table topic speaker in section 2. Thank you.
Thank you, table topic master. Next, we have word master and grammarian. I invite Youth Leader Aisha Binoshad to explain the word of the day in brief and her role from the podium.
Dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a pleasant good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Today I have a dual role to play as your word master and grammarian. As your grammarian, I will carefully listen to your speeches and take note of good and bad usages of language. As your word master, to introduce a new word as a word of the day and explain the different usages of the word with proper illustration to enable us to expand our vocabulary. At the end, I will be presenting my report when called upon by our general evaluator. The word of today's meeting is eloquent. It is already displayed on the word and agenda. The word eloquent is an adjective, meaning using language to express ideas or opinions clearly and well so that they have a strong effect on others. Definition 1. Fluent or persuasive in writing or speaking. 2. Clearly expressing or indicating something. Synonyms: fluent, well-spoken, silver-tongued, expressive, articulate. Antonyms: inarticulate, unexpressive, unenthusiastic. Now let me give you some examples on the usage of this word. We learn to be eloquent on the right occasion in order to be successful. He addressed the audience in an eloquent speech. His speech in the chamber were eloquent and powerful. I would request all the speakers and assignees to go ahead using this word. Thank you.
My sincere gratitude to Youth Leader Isha Binoshad for selecting such a nice word. I request all the speakers and assignees to use the word of the day, eloquent, as much as possible. Thank you, Wordmaster and Grammarian. Next up, we have an counter. May I request Youth Leader Joanna Sara to explain her role.
Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and guests, good evening to you all.
Good evening.
My role as accountant is to listen to all the members and make note of sounds used as verbal crutches, example, etc., and report them when called upon to do so. To count the words used as unwanted pauses and fillers during speeches, such as and, you know what, so, etc., and report them as pauses and fillers. I will submit my report at the end of the educational session when called upon to do so.
Thank you, Youth Leader Joanna Sara. Next, we have a timer. Youth leader Ryan, can you please explain your role as a timer?
Fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and students, good evening.
Good evening.
My role as timer today is to keep track of time for all speeches and evaluation sessions. For prepared speeches, the time allotted for international speech is 5 to 7 minutes and a grace period of 30 seconds allowed on either side. For double topic speakers, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For prepared speech evaluators, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For double topic evaluator, the time allotted is 30 seconds for each speaker and for oral evaluation is 30 seconds. I will report the exact time taken by each participant at the end of each session when called upon to do so.
Thank you, Youth leader Ryan. Now we have our vote counter. Youth leader Mirza Irshad, can you please explain your role as a vote counter? Now last but not least, we have our joke master. Youth leader Joel Roshan, can you please explain your role as a joke master? Fellow youth leaders, let us put our hands together to give a big round of applause to all of us. Thank you. Our meeting will have 4 segments. We start with workshop session, prepared speech segment, table topic segment, followed with evaluation segment. Now let us start our first segment with workshop presentation. Our first educational workshop is on attitude and body language. It is my privilege to introduce the presenter, the eloquent and an inspiring personality, none other than our Toastmaster, Balasubramanian.
Thank you, youth leader of the day. First of all, am I audible?
Yes.
You want head mic? Head mic?
That's okay, sir.
It's there.
No, it's fine, sir. So, it gives me immense pleasure to stand in front of you, the future leaders, cutting across different streams, I believe. So, thank you to Team Periyar for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, DTM Manoj sir, Shivdasana and DTM Harish Bhargavan sir. It's a first of many. Now, what is that I am saying? Even before I was a Toastmaster, thanks to Dr. Manjula ma'am, she gave me to be an opportunity to evaluate the next gen leaders in one of the programs. Thank you, ma'am. Pleasure, ma'am. And my first evaluator is standing right there, DTM Harish Bhargavan sir. So it's an honor to stand in front of you again, sir. And DTM Shivdasana in this very own hall, he recognized me as a Toastmaster when I didn't even start the journey. And DTM Manoj sir, during our first ever session, he was there. So from there to here and to stand in front of you, to take you through an workshop, it's an interesting and an privilegeable journey, if I may have to say so. So now let's quickly get through this presentation.
Start.
Yeah, no, kids have to join it, but it's not projecting there.
It will automatically come.
Okay. So, how many of you have your mobile with you? Great. So, how many of you are aware about this application called Kahoot? Wonderful. Can we quickly go through a Kahoot game to start? Great. Let's start it. So, you can open Kahoot and then I'll give you the game pin. Once you're ready, maybe 30 seconds, we can quickly go through it.
Sir, we don't have internet.
We have internet.
Oh.
We have internet.
No. Yeah, I think he doesn't have an internet.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, we'll project it. You can tell your answers directly. It's perfectly fine. No worries. If you have a phone, if you have an internet, it's fine.
Can I tell? Like, I know the internet password for him.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just tell Sirikar, you can announce it.
Disconnected.
You will connect it to the screen?
No, no, sir. They could connect it to the internet.
Through,
It's okay.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
if-
it's okay, it's okay.
It's okay even if they are not able to connect. Thank you, Divya.
Music being played?
Huh?
Is it music being played?
Yeah. Because there is an Kahoot which is not getting installed. Which one, sir? Is this the desktop, sir?
Yeah, that is a desktop.
Okay.
Full desktop is also not coming up. Maybe this is from the link that is why.
Which one, sir? But that is the screen. Any other presentation, sir?
Yeah, check. Yeah, this.
If anyone doesn't have the internet,
Yeah, take it.
help you with password. It is 10.
Put it.
Yeah. 20.
Okay. Presentation is coming.
Anyone else have to repeat it once again? 10, 20, 30, 40 is coming. For the internet.
There is some other thing which is not. Maybe my system is. Maybe.
No worries. Okay, if you have your Kahoot, no issues, sir. I'll manage it up. Thank you, sir. I think this one has no issues. So the Kahoot game code is 937 4272. We may not be seeing in the big screen. I think we have some issue, but doesn't matter. If you are in, try to log in. Yeah, Aisha Fatima is there. Thank you, Aisha. No worries. Now I'll not close the link. We can quickly go through it. It's not coming over here. Yeah, it's okay. 937 4272. Don't worry about it.
Internet is slow.
If internet is not there, internet is slow, feel free, no worries. Because we'll have an interactive session. Forget about your Kahoot for some time. Today I thought we will quickly go through this aspect called evoking emotions. That is what the whole theme through which we are going to go through. What is it? It's all about your attitude and body language. So now, how many of you believe that attitude and body language is an important aspect of public speaking? Can I have a raise of hands? Wonderful. Thank you. And how many of you make an attempt to visualize how am I going to stand while doing your drafting aspect? Yes? Wonderful. One. Any more hands? Great. No worries. Today, we will go through this process in which we will understand how important it is to visualize the aspect of having a confident body posturing and how it can impact in your performance as a public speaker. Now, what is the first and foremost thing you might have to consider if you are looking into a body language aspect? Can anyone give a try? What do you feel is a very important aspect as far as the first thing what we should be looking into when it comes to body language? Eye contact, wonderful. Any other answer? Facial expression, wonderful. Yes, Vidya.
Hand gestures.
Hand gestures, beautiful. Any more? Yes, Atharva.
So your voice and your body language should be according to the topic.
Your voice and body language should be according to the topic. Wonderful. Thank you, Atharva. Yes, ma'am.
The walking pace.
The walking ways, beautiful. Yes.
Voice modulated to the topic.
Voice modulation. But voice modulation doesn't have anything to do with your body language.
No. When we are about the topic, then our actions and our voice.
Okay, actions. Okay, I'll take the word action there. Okay. Now let me put this point here. How many of you play badminton? Great. Can anyone come to the stage and depict how you will receive a serve? Can anyone? Who would like to give a try? A player who plays badminton? Okay, who's that? Great. Can you please come over to the stage? Thank you. You play the Mr. Thank you. Thanks a lot, first of all. So when you're about to receive, how will you stand? You will be standing like this. What is this called? A stance. Thank you, youth leader. If you can sit over here for a minute. Thank you. The first and foremost important aspect is to have a proper stance. Just like how youth leader Mirza showed, you have to be in a proper position. Cricket, you might have seen when somebody is going to bat, they will be in a stance. How many of you have worked on your stance? Have you ever worked, youth leader Mirza, on your stance? What is going to be my stance? Can you show what is your favorite stance when you are going to give a speech?
I'll be standing like this way.
Great. Thank you. You may take your seat there. Thank you. So, you have to fix your stance. Now, anyone would like to come and try, okay, if you have worked on your stance, just like how youth leader Mirza told, this is going to be my stance. When I'm going to start, I'm going to keep my arms open, my legs at least a feet apart. This gives me a comfortable position to audience in covering range. So here I'm going to cover whole range. This gives me a sign of confidence within my own self. Now looking at the other side, how am I being perceived? Am I looking confident or am I looking a little timid? Great. Now is there anyone who would like to give an attempt on the podium, especially with the aspect of stance? Anyone? If you are having a different stance than this, yes, please, the stage is all yours. May I know your name, sir? Arnav, please come on the stage. Great. So can you show your fellow youth leaders your stance? How would you?
Yeah, whenever I'm going to speak, my stance is like this, like this.
Like this.
Yes.
Okay, it's like, you're confident, little relaxed, like this. Wonderful. Any specific reason?
Yeah, because when I do like this, then when I'm doing like this, then I'm in the front, and then all can see it at front and show it to all people. That I'm not
Great.
this particular people. Then all will attract on my speech, not a particular person.
So you're going to stand in a sideways posture, addressing everyone and in a position to receive and look at both the sides of the stage. Great. Thank you. Thank you. What is your name? Sorry. Arnav. Thank you, Youth Arnav. You may come. So this is very important. Now, it depends upon what is the message you are addressing as a speaker. At times, you are going to address your team as a leader. At times, probably you may be addressing your whole team as a member. Depending upon the message, first, when you are writing your draft, fix your stance. This is how I am going to start. And this is how I am going to transit in my body. And just like how Atharva and the other youth leader said, this is how I am probably going to close. Probably a big fan of Shah Rukh Khan? No? Yeah, okay, that's the reason there. Wonderful. So now, after stance, what comes next when it comes to body language? Youth leader Divya said just a short while ago, it's your gestures. 3 important gestures, very significantly explained by Toastmasters. One is your conventional gesture. Can anyone try what is a conventional gesture? Is this a conventional gesture? Yes. Maybe, may not be. Is this a conventional gesture? Why not? I am saying stop. Correct? What is this gesture? Up, start. These are all conventional gestures. When you are trying to convey a point, look in your draft. Do you have scope to have conventional gestures as part of body language? Because whatever you may say, imagine if I stand like this, please speak proper body language, it's very important. That's why your speech, people may laugh, right? Have a confident body language, move your hands with confidence, people may follow you. Same thing if I stand, attention, and say, please speak, it doesn't make sense. Right? So, gestures, conventional gestures to convey important messages. Descriptive gestures, that's the second aspect. Now, what is descriptive gestures? Can anyone try? Would anyone like to try? What do I say when I say descriptive gestures? Would I? Yes.
For example, if you are trying to say something is a big object, you like
Wonderful. May I have a big round of applause? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please have a seat, sir. Thank you. When you are trying to project, you may create the whole thing what you are saying with your gesture. Just like how the youth leader said. If you want to convey, it's a big word. I may convey the point with ease. Imagine I don't use gesture. I stand frozen and say, it's a big word. The message may be conveyed, but it may not be registered. Why are we all here in Youth Leader Program? To share. Yes, sir.
We are in Youth Leader Program to do perfect our speaking and body language and how we speak in public like a leader.
Public speaking like a leader. That's the keyword. Thank you, sir. Have a seat. Wonderful. Thank you. So here we are trying to improve ourselves as a speaker because we are going to be leaders of tomorrow. I'm trying to cut down my age when I say we, but you are in real. So descriptive gestures is an option where you can enhance the words in your draft as image in front of your listeners. If I just stand, maybe somebody who's very keenly listening to whatever I'm saying may get the message. But if I have my gestures, I may register my point with ease. Why? I'm investing my time to share some thoughts. People who are listening to me should be in a position to get that message registered. Yes or no?
Yes.
Fair or no?
Yes.
Are you saying yes for the sake of saying yes? No. Great. Now there's a third kind of gesturing. Now what is that? Emotional gesturing. I may use my voice to say emotion. I'm not good at emoting, okay? But you may raise a point in your draft with your emotional gesture. Remember these three gestures. Now what is very important? Having these gestures as part of your drafting aspect. Emotional gestures. Please do wake up in the morning. Please refresh yourself with positive thoughts. This is an emotional gesture through my voice and through my actions. So, the simpler message can be delivered and registered as a speaker. What are the three gestures? Conventional, descriptive, emotional. Thank you, sir. So, these three are the second aspect from your stance to your gestures. Now, I heard the other aspect in body language through one of the answers, which is facial expression. I came out with a message in one of the presentations, which I thought now I think with my voice I can take to. I want somebody to come on the podium to say what I want to say now. Who would like to try? if we see another person, we'll give them an option. If not, I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Anyone else, please? Thank you. Okay, stand. So he's going to try something, and now look at how it differs. Please, sir.
I am very dull.
Thank you. Kamsi. I need your help for one more time. Now, I am very dull. How is it? Looks funny, right? People who are listening to me may think that I have lost some senses, right? So, looking at your facial expressions is another aspect in your body language. Is very important when you're drafting. So, the basic point is, whatever you're drafting, understand what is going to be the mood of my face. And you have to emote it. Just now how Euclida Siddharth was emoting, I am very dull. How will it sound if I am going to speak that way? And if I have to say, I feel like dancing today, what will be your body posture? Can you just show it? Feel free. And if you are going to draft, and if you want to express, I feel like dancing today, what will be your body posture?
I feel like dancing.
Can I have a Shah Rukh Khan in him now? Do you know the Shah Rukh Khan pose famous? Yes. Which feels or which conveys the message better? The latter part, right? Thank you, sir. You may have some. So when you are drafting, you may have a conventional aspect of drafting. As just now Euclid Siddharth told, I feel like dancing today. This isn't conventional body gesture. I feel like, I'm not a good dancer, although if you just try to be in Shah Rukh Khan, your dance doesn't matter. But your body posturing will take the message to your audience. That is far more important. And when doing so, the important aspect is your facial expression is very, very critical. Imagine the reverse, as just like how Euclid Siddharth was telling, I feel dull, and if I laugh, will it make sense? No. So that is another aspect as far as body gesturing is concerned. So, first aspect is
Conventional.
conventional gesturing, descriptive gesturing, and your emotional gesturing, your stance. And the third aspect is your facial expression. There's a very famous saying, nobody remembers what you told. How many of you have heard this? I don't know. So can you say that quote?
Because in one assembly I heard this.
Great, thank you, sir. It's okay. Thank you. Have a seat. What do you say doesn't matter. What matters is how you make them feel. The best way to make your audience feel either inspired or persuaded, the easier way is body language. And that is what we are trying to understand and better ourselves as individuals. You have any questions, sir? No worries. So now, far more important is, now let me try to connect, this workshop is all about body language and what is the other aspect? Attitude. There was a wonderful table topic question once. There was a red towel in front of Taj Mahal. Okay. There were many people who were attempting this table topic with an emotion connected to Taj Mahal. There was one speaker which I liked the way he attempted that particular topic, you know what he approached. Because when everybody talks about Taj Mahal, you are one in the queue. So this gentleman moves out of the queue and tells, my neighborhood house is named as Taj Mahal and there was a red devil right in front of it and he built up a stone piece upon it. I thought it is the best attitude which has helped him stand out of the queue. You understood the point? That could be many adversary when it comes as far as table topics concerned. You might be preparing day in and day out. How many of you prepare for your table topics? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. Table topic is generally not done on the spot. You know, my guru DTM quotations are always tells you have to spend minimum 3 months to prepare for one good attempt of table topic speech. That's what he tells me, but most often I don't match up to his expectation. But the point is, if you apply yourself, if you have the right approach, you may do and table topic like a good prepared international speech, provided you go through the process. To go through all of this, what is far more important is a right attitude. Just like how that individual who changed the paradigm of, just to share, if everybody has attended Taj Mahal, if I also go and stand in front of the podium and say, Taj Mahal is this, Taj Mahal is that, it was built by Shah Jahan, I might be doing good, but probably I might be standing on the side. To have a differentiating attitude, you must approach it in a different way. Now, what is the basis to have a great attitude? What is a great basis to have an attitude? Positive attitude, not on the contrary. What do you feel is an important ingredient? Yes, you did not know.
So to have a positive attitude, I just feel like you should think from every angle.
You must think from every angle. Wonderful. There isn't one layer beneath option which I am looking for, but you are right there. Anyone would like to attempt? What is the ingredient? An important ingredient, or probably the ingredient I am looking for. Yes?
Think outside of the box.
Think outside the box. Wonderful. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
You did not to change the topic, but we have to see the expresses of the topic, but not see that full of the topic.
Not full of the topic. Okay, you have to stick to the table topic part.
Another things about topic, not that particular things.
Oh.
Like Taj Mahal, and then we will not.
Okay, you have to see the bigger picture.
Yes.
Great, thank you. If we may have a round of applause for all the answers. Thank you. What I was looking for is, thank you, better preparation. If I am better prepared on the day, be it anything, be it your school, be it your table topic contest, be it your evaluation contest, or be it your international speech, you may deliver with a right attitude. Preparation is the right. Now, what do I say by preparation? How many of you go through this manual for Toastmasters for international speech, body language? To go through? Wonderful. May I have a round of applause for this young man? Thank you. Thank you, Yudhira. So, how many of you have great stalwarts over here? How many of you have asked, may I have the manual about body language, opening speech? How many of you approach your mentors? Great, once again, thank you. For approaching mentors, we must give a round of applause. Now, all of us, this includes me, think that with YouTube, we may get everything, knowledge pointer, right? But partly I would agree with you all, but we have people who have gone through the process. So have an attitude, have a better preparation, and then listen to your mentors, and with that attitude, you can improve yourself as a better communicator. So next time, I think I just now heard Chief Coordinator for this program, DTM Manu sir, saying that you're going to have a contest on 24th. During the drafting process, today is what, 14? You have 10 more days. So whoever is going to go through the process and be there in the finale, when you are going to draft your speech, visualize. Be it here, be it fully, wherever it is, you are going to be there. Position yourself. What is going to be my stance? at the beginning. How am I going to move around when I'm going to the body of my speech? How I'm going to have my gestures? What are going to be my registering points? And remember, my dear youth leaders, there's a very important thing. Signature movements. Gestures is very important, and also signature movements. I had an international speech back in 2021. It was named as One Pass. I had a signature movement which my guru taught me. Whenever you're going to use the word one pass, do this signature. One pass. Gesturing is different. Signature is your delivery. This is your main pudding which you are trying to deliver to your audience. Now, one pass, if you have to emote, is there anyone who would like to emote? How would you have emoted one pass? This is just an exercise for you all to try and to coin down your drafting aspect. The floor is open. One can come and try. If the same one pass, I showed how I used this one pass signature. One pass.
Ask from the female note. Better.
Okay, so any youth leaders, we will give a chance to our girls for the evening. Anyone would like to try? If you have to use one pass, what would be your signature? Just we will give them time. If they are not coming, okay, I'll come to you. You can use your gesture. We will have it. Don't worry. Anyone would like to try? If it is one pass, this is just an exercise. Feel free. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. Probably, if you are going to come out with something, I may use it later. So there is a bit of element there as well. But on a serious note, just feel free. Anyone would like to try it? If not, I will give an option to this youth leader who has already volunteered. Okay, we'll have youth leader Siddharth as well. But let us wait for 30 seconds for that table to give and volunteer from there.
Yeah.
If not, we may pick up a name.
Come. Just try.
It's just a gesture. One pass, 2 words.
Yeah, just try. One pass.
No worries. We will start with youth leader Siddharth. We will see what is his gesture, and then come on, youth leader Siddharth. Or else, if you want to project it from there, either way, whichever way, come to the podium, please. If it is one pass, what would have been your signature movement?
One pass.
One pass.
Yeah, one pass.
One pass.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I may use it next time. Thank you. Anyone else? Any different option? Yes, youth leader. This gives courage, and let's give an applause to that side. One pass. How would have you signaturized it?
One pass.
One pass. Simple and effective. Thank you, sir. Thank you. See, it's very simple, right? He made it very, very simple. One, register with your hand, gesture, and then pass. That's it. So, the important element which I thought I should be sharing is drafting aspect, gesturing, how important it is. The same way, signatures are also important. This is a signature through your gesture. If you are going to utilize all these aspects in your drafting, it is not going to happen overnight, right? So you may all have to work it well in advance. Now, if you understand and adopt, you may utilize the same thing during your evaluation speeches as well, through your table topics as well, provided you work, you have the right attitude to prepare well in advance. It is not going to happen half an hour before. It's not your school exam. Probably in your schools it's way far easier. You understand the concept and you have your own approach to write and deliver it. Even there you need preparation. In public speaking, you may have to go through the process, have a lot of mock DT sessions, look into a lot of videos, evaluate them, and during the evaluation, keep experimenting this aspect. What is going to be my body language? What is going to be my signature? Is it one pass? Is it one pass? Or is it one pass? All three are different, but everyone have their own signature and their own thumb, a fingerprint, if I may have to say so. Correct? Everything is different. There is no right or wrong. Provided, however, I have prepared myself, I have kept my attitude towards that aspect, is going to differ the whole approach. So, understand your stance, the gestures, the facial expressions, adding up to your points, what you're going to deliver. Last but not the least, the same message. It's not what you have said, it's not what you have done. It's what you have made them feel will be remembered. If you want to be remembered as a person who inspired others, who persuaded others with your points, then it is better even during drafting, you focus on your body language. This gives you an edge over the rest. I am trying to appeal, so that's why I came as a friend. If I wanted to deliver a message where I wanted to include many, I thought probably this would have been my stance. Good evening to readers. This would have been my stance. I am trying to appeal you emotionally. I came to the front and tried to evoking emotions. Many have different aspects of doing. You may have your own, provided you have the right attitude and right drafting attitude from the beginning till the end. Have this body language in your mind. What is going to be my body language? Have that approach, prepare yourself, and if there is any questions, floor is open. Thank you. So, if you have any questions, please. Yes, you leader Siddharth.
So you explained us about the one pass gesture.
Okay.
That gesture. While we speaking in table topic,
Mhm.
they gave us a topic. When we tell that topic as a point, we have to show this gesture.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful question. Have a seat, Siddharth. Now, what is the point why I asked you to have a signature? Because of the whole presentation, my signature is the only element which has got predominantly registered in your mind, right? So if you want to make an impact in your table topic, you have to prepare. You have to prepare at least 2 to 3 table topics every day. In doing so, what happens? You understand, okay, if my topic is going to come from science and technology, I may have a signature, provided you have to also think on the spot that whether this is going to add value or not. Just for the sake of having a signature in your speech, don't have it. If you feel that this one pass is going to help you register your message, put it there. This is why I said preparation is the key when it comes to your drafting aspect. If you are not prepared, then go with your normal flow. If you are prepared enough, if you are going to, say, collectively have one set of approach, say for example, if it is going to be this or that kind of a table topic question, how is going to be my signature? So everything comes from the attitude aspect. This is what I'm trying to say, have a better preparation. So your better preparation is going to give you a right attitude, and in this process, you will find out your own signature. Mentors are around. What do you have to do? DTM Manu sir is there, DTM Harish sir is there, DTM Sivadas and Asya. All you have to do is, may I have this approach? May I have this as my signature? Whatever. One pass, one pass, one pass, or one pass. What is going to work for me? You have to ask. Provided you do your homework, go to them, ask. That is going to help you. Thanks for the question, you did, Siddharth. Any more questions? Yes, you please.
As you said that our signature, if we are going to express express in one pass.
One pass, okay. You
Yes.
go. Good.
So are there any other signature for any other words also? Like I asked this question because in my school the table topic segments are going on.
Okay.
So I cannot express of all signatures. Like one time in my table topic, I said this word one pass.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I do like this one and pass. But when I was trying to tell all the signatures of some words which I'm trying to express in a good manner, I cannot. So are there only this much signature?
Okay.
Or any other?
Okay. I got your point. Thank you. Have a seat. Signature for one page, there's going to be only one signature, right? You cannot have signature for everything you write, right? So there will be one very key aspect of whatever you're telling. Correct? If you're going to talk about one pass, this one pass may have a personal story. Correct? It will have an opening, probably it will have a quote, and then at the end you are trying to deliver your message with your signature. There you can have a one pass or one pass. Right? If you do everything with your signature, probably it may not get registered. That's why I said signatures has to be used very carefully. That is why preparation and a right attitude plays a key role here. How many of you write your draft and get it vetted by your mentors? How many of you do that? Wonderful, great to see that. Great, you may have a round of applause to them. Because that is very important. When you do that aspect, you may ask, out of all these words, probably you'll be having around 600 to 700 odd words, right, in your speech. So what could be utilized as a signature? You may ask your mentors. So they will be coming out with a proper suggestion. That is something which you can work on. Understood? So not all the words can be utilized as a signature. Probably you may use one or two. Okay? Thank you. So any more questions? So if not, please Anna.
Why I am asking these questions to you? You are one of the best toastmasters I have ever met. And one
Nice.
of the best individual I have ever met.
Thank you.
So as far as your experience concerns international speech, how much percentage you will apply to body language in your speech? As far as your experience.
Okay. Okay. So this is a very interesting question. How much percentage of body language will be applied in an international speech? Roughly, understood. It should be in a proposition that it does not look like a mono act on a larger scale. So it should not be something like, you are acting. I stood there, I walked there, and then I stood there, I moved here. So we are not here to do mono action. Right? So probably, and if I have to answer it with a percentage aspect of it, roughly around 50 to 55%. I think I was discussing with my mentor, PTM Krishnan sir. He was going through one of a presentation where he told 50 to 55% is your body language. I think there's a thumb rule there. 20 to 25% with your voice. 8 to 10% is your drafting, if I'm not wrong. At least somewhere in this proposition, I believe. So 50 to 60 is your body language. 20 to 30 with your voice. The rest, I think, with your drafting. So this is what I would say as a proposition. You must weigh your whole drafting points. Once you do that, now you will understand, because most of us take longer time to complete our drafting process. So drafting process in the whole public speaking aspect is just 10%. So once that drafting, so I think that is the intention of DTM Shivdas sir. So please give a round of applause because he is asking for you all. He is not asking for himself. So the point is, the indirect message what Shivdas sir wants to give you all is complete your drafts as early as possible. Correct me if I have understood the point. So complete your drafting as early as possible. So once the drafting is done, give enough time to your voice modulations. Once the voice modulation is done, then your stancing, then your gesturing, one pass, one pass, one pass, one pass, whichever way you want to have your pass, and then your face, where I want to smile, where I have to show anger, where I have to cry, but doesn't mean that you have to have glycerin and water tears rolling over, no. how you're going to evoke, everything has to be properly drafted. So those who are attempting to get into international speech and table topics, start your preparation right after today's session. Thank you. Thank you. If not, I once again thank Team Periyar for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Be it my first presentation, it was in Periyar, and first youth leader program, it was again, as I said, with DTM Shivlasana and Periyar. Once again, I'm giving my off the grid presentation in Periyar, so it gives me an immense pleasure to stand in front of you. Thanks a lot, sir.
That is in 2000, January 2020.
Exactly.
10.
Yeah, exactly, in the same spot. Thank you. Youth leader, Madhu. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala Subramanian Uncle. What an amazing and inspirational workshop that was. With that note, let's start our second segment with prepared speeches.
Have you enjoyed the presentation? Yes. Not the presentation. It was not a presentation. The presentation was missing. It was a practical example, right?
Yes.
Yeah? You enjoyed it? You got it? You got something to take home, right?
Yes.
Okay, let us give him a full round of applause. Let me invite our youth leader president and our club president to the podium. 1 minute. Just as a token of appreciation, we are. Ma'am, can you please hand over this? I invite DTM. To hand over appreciation. Can DTM Shibu also can join us in the podium? Please join. Yeah, please come. Oh, Shibu is here. Please come. Roshan, come please.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's give a round of applause. We missed the presentation, but you have done great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So as I was saying, let's start our second section with prepared speeches.
Thank you
Is every speaker ready?
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Very good. Let's get started.
Thank you.
Our first speaker is Youth Leader Vamika Singh. She will be delivering her international performance.
Yes, sir.
Omega is not available.
Then we have a youth leader, Afra Ashraf. Her speech title is Being a Girl in This World. Her evaluator is youth leader, Leah and Titus. Help me welcome youth leader Afra Ashraf to the podium, please.
Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. Opera. Dear fellow leaders, Toastmasters, distinguished guests, parents, mentors, a very warm good evening to all of you. Can I ask a question to all of you? Yes.
Please.
What is it like being a girl in this world? Well, there are a few.
expensive being a girl in this world. For example, girl products are more expensive than guy products. Who will agree to this statement? And being a girl means to listen to a lot of things from the society. Or should I say stereotypes, discrimination, prejudice, etc., etc., etc. Some of the common stereotypes that a lot of people accept without thinking of. Girls aren't strong. Girls can't do this job. That's for boys. Girls can't play this sport. Or girls aren't capable of doing this. Or women are fragile little flowers ready to break down at the slightest hint of trouble. I strongly disagree to that statement because I know a lot of women who are the strongest women I have ever seen and I will ever see. And a lot of women who have gone through cancer and survived with ease. Let me talk about one of the greatest survivors in history. She's not one, not two, but three major survivors of accidents. It is none other than Violet Jessop. She has survived the Titanic, the Britannic, and the major Olympic ship disasters. She was born in 1887 in Argentina to Irish immigrants. At a very young age, Violet contributed to tuberculosis at a very young age and was expected to survive only for a few months. But luckily, she survived and lived a long and healthy life. After Jessop's father died, Jessop's mother thought of moving the family to England and started working as a stewardess on a ship. After she became ill, Violet decided that she herself would become a stewardess on a ship herself. Because she was only 21 years old and young, she was having difficulty finding a job. This was because employers feared her youth and good looks would cause problems to their employees and passengers. So, guess what Violet decided to do? She made herself look frumpy with old clothes and no makeup. After a short stint in the Orinoco, a Royal Mail Line steamer, she was hired by the White Star Line 1908. A couple of years later, she was taken to the White Star Line, which was in 1910, and taken to the ship named, a ship, and was, I'm so sorry for this, I just got a bit blanked. She was expected to go for a disaster in the ship. She was only expected, I'm so sorry. Okay. After riding on the Majestic, she was, in 1910, she was expected to go for a ship. So that ship it was before the World War I, and it was only expected to be in the Aegean Sea. And because there was the German U-boat planted, it crashed and damaged the boat. But luckily, it came to the shore and Violet was disembarked without being taken. She herself, after a few years, before the World War I, was when she went to the Titanic, because the White Star Line was looking for a job which was catering crew. She entered it and, she got entered to the unsinkable ship and survived on lifeboat 16. She has faced a lot of disasters time to time, but that didn't stop her from achieving what she has achieved. Even after 3 accidents or more, she wasn't afraid to go for another ship. She retired at the age of 61 in she died because of congestion of heart failure. But the thing that I would like to convey is that your gender doesn't matter for the capabilities that you're capable of. I will say it and I will say it again. You are the ones who are capable. Not because of your gender, not because of your age, not because of what background you're from, or not because of the color you are. It is because of the capabilities that is in you. You are capable not because of your gender, but because of who you are. And we are the future generation. And if we are not capable, who is going to be capable? That message I would like to convey is that you are capable of doing anything, not because of your gender. Neither girl nor boy. And never judge a person by how they look, how they are, what background they're from, or what age they are. Because they might be the most capable people on earth. With that, if we're not aware of what we are, we cannot change. But once we are aware of what we are, we cannot help but change. Cheryl Sandberg, thank you so much.
Thank you, Youth Leader Afra Ashraf. Next up, we have Youth Leader Divya Sridhar. The title of her speech is Just Wait. Her evaluator is Youth Leader Chaitanya.
Patience is not the ability to wait, but having a good attitude while waiting. Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and guests, let me tell you a short story. Once there was a depressed man and asked his friend, who was a well-wisher, "Why God has given me so much difficulties? I can't handle this anymore." On hearing this, his friend replied, "Why are you so depressed? Let me tell you a story. Once there was a boy who picked up a beautiful pot and said, 'My God, this pot is so beautiful.' After some time, the pot started to talk to the boy. The pot said, 'My dear boy, now I'm beautiful. But do you know how was I before? I was just mud. And the pot maker took me away from the soil, from earth. I felt tremendous pain and asked him, 'Why are you so cruel?' He said, 'Just wait.' He put me together and started churning me. When he was churning me, I felt so giddy, stressful, and painful. And asked him, 'Why are you so cruel?' And he said, 'Just wait.' He put me into the oven and heated me up. I felt the burning sensation around me and with miserable pain. Asked him, 'Why are you so cruel?' And he said, 'Just wait.' He put hot paint on me. I felt all the flame around me and asked him, 'Why are you so cruel?' He said, 'Just wait.' He put me into the oven and heated me up again to make me stronger. I thought that life was very painful and hence pleaded him. And he said, 'Just wait.' He took me in front of the mirror and asked me, 'Now, how do you look?' I was surprised to see myself more beautiful. Now the friend said to the man that this spot was undergoing a difficult process in life of getting transformed from a mud life gives us a lot of problems. We think why God is so cruel to us. But let's remember that we need to be patient and have a calm way in solving every problem in our lives. Because when bad things happen to good people, they better us, not bitter us. We have problems in our life because they will not tumble us, but humble us. We must always remember that if we defeat those problems in our life in a very calm and a wise way, we could definitely attain success in our lives. And that is what I followed in my school as well. In any program, I used to be a lot of stressed. But then I always used to remember, just wait. And thinking every problem in a very calm and a wise way to solve it very simply. So dear leaders, no pain, no gain. The only thing that we must always follow in our life is to just wait. Back to you.
Thank you, youth leader Divya Sridhar. Next up, we have our president, youth leader Atharva Hanuman. His evaluator is youth leader Ishan Malik. Welcome youth leader Atharva Hanuman to the podium with a big round of applause.
I'll just use this thing as a prop in the future. Yeah, future. Yeah.
Just put off the mics.
So I'm having a little bit throat infection today, so I'm really sorry about my voice. And I didn't expect my turn to be this early. So, during last year, in 2021, I uninstalled a program from my PC named Blender 3. Just keep this thing in mind. I will tell you, things won't make sense in the beginning. Now this year, just like 3 or 4 months ago, I installed another program from my PC named FL Studio. I know I'm missing the context right now. Let's cut the story to 2 years ago, back in 2020. When the pandemic started, what happened was we got a message on our WhatsApp. Dear students, I don't remember, so it's like blah blah blah. In the end, it was done by regards the principal. So it was like basically schools were closed due to the pandemic. I had plenty of time to do whatever I could. I thought instead of just playing video games, I could like develop a new hobby. I could could learn something productive. I never knew this learning productive thing will make me very unproductive, very, I just demolished my entire, 10th standard. I started learning programming. It was not because of programming. I started learning programming. I took 1 month and then I got bored. I thought, okay, let's try something else. I wanted to try something else. So one day I just called my friend randomly, asked him that, how you spend your time? There's so much time, and there are so many things to do. I just asked him. He said that he's currently learning a 3D software called Blender 3D. He told me about this. Now, for those of you who don't know what is Blender, let me tell you, it's basically a 3D modeling software. Whenever you come across an ad of IKEA, for example, there's a certainty that it's probably modeled in Blender. Like, for example, this chair. Before they make it, they have actually modeled it in 3D. So that's what Blender is. The main purpose is 3D modeling. Many arts these days, NFT is a very popular thing these days. all those NFTs arts are like made in Blender. That was the thing I was learning. It was really fun in the beginning, okay. It was really fun. I actually didn't know that this fun is going to really cause so much trouble. I just lost the track of time. Every day I used to just take my paper, draw something. I used to think, okay, I will make this tomorrow in Blender, this today in Blender. I just like, when in class, I used to like simply daydream. And I used to like visualize things. What I'm going to do today. So okay, things were going really well. I also learned so many things about NFT that you can actually make millions of dollars selling your piece of art. I won't call it art also. It's not that quality, but you get the point. So, while learning, I also learned animation in this thing. I learned so many things that I almost became perfect in this profession. But I didn't actually know how time flew, how things changed completely. It was the month of December. We were having mock tests. In the mock test, the physics test was like really tough for me. I mean, I thought that okay, I know Blender, I know 3D modeling. If you have to learn 3D modeling, you need to know about light, because like how it bounces from the surface and all those things. Those are like the very basic things you need to know. I thought I will just use that knowledge of mine to pass this mock test, but no, results were really very bad. In the month of January, I somehow managed to finish all the syllabus. And in the month of February, coming to February, I had actually finished all my syllabus and finally there were pre-boards. Okay. So during my online classes, I used to sit on the ground. Okay. My laptop was there. I took this thing, this paper and this pen. I actually sat on the ground. Okay. I was looking at the question. The question was simple. Calculate the resistance given in the circuit. There were like literal tears in my eyes. I was not able to speak. What is going on? Okay, I gave up. I failed in the pre-boards. I failed in my pre-boards. I was really upset by that thing because in the month of January, I had literally covered everything. I thought, okay, I was confident. I was really very confident. But sadly, I failed. After that thing, I actually prepared more. My parents really helped me with this thing. Luckily, they were there with me. They really gave me so many question and answers to solve this. I just go through all these things. Day and night, I just studied continuously. Like my sleep schedule was completely disturbed. And in the month of March, when I wrote the final exam, after writing the final test, I came to home, and the first thing I did was I uninstalled that Blender 3D because it literally demolished my life. I knew that if I will continue with this thing, this is going to end my career for sure. Now the problem with me is I don't know how to give first priority to the studies first. Like whenever I just do something fun, I just get completely indulged in that thing. That was the basic problem with me. So after 1 month, I started listening a lot of music. I was a bit relaxed this time. Okay. I started to learn music. I used to listen a lot of electronic music. Like Avicii was my favorite artist. I used to listen him every day. So one day I thought, okay, I'm just humming his music every day. Instead of humming it, I should probably play it on something. I actually bought a piano. I started learning it. It was a really amazing experience for me. And it's true, even today, whenever I feel a little bit depressed, I just play my piano. And it's actually a very good thing. But what happened was, I again came to know one more thing, that you can actually make music using the software called FL Studio. And you know what happened the rest of the year. I don't have to repeat the story once again. And this is the same thing I did in 2022, 2-3 months ago. But anyway, playing piano is not a bad thing. Now, keeping all the jokes aside, it's coming to the main point. That is, why is this thing happening to? I'm not the only victim of this thing. We are just told that you just follow your passion to whatever you want. Okay, the main reason is this, that this mainstream media has set some baits. They have created all these fantasies by showing us example of great role models or great personalities, their lifestyle. They show us that okay, they are not doing the 9 to 5 job that you are doing. Okay, I'm not saying that 9 to 5 job is not a bad thing, but they never show their struggles. There are so many people who left this job and now they are struggling. And that's actually reality. So I personally feel that it's due to all these fantasies and all these baits created by the mainstream media. Today we are living in such a situation. I've learned to work on this thing. I study 8 hours a day now. And after all my main priorities are done, I just do whatever I want. I watch movies, I watch animes. So that's what you can do in free time. So I conclude by saying that it's okay to follow your passion, but please don't indulge yourself so much that you forget your priorities, because if you're going to fail in this profession, those people who made those movies about follow your passion and all, they're not going to feed you at all. So first thing is that you are at your own. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Raj Hanuman. I'm sorry. Thank you, youth leader Atharvanan. Next up, we have Raj Hanuman. His evaluator is youth leader Cephas Jonathan. Help me welcome youth leader Raj Hanuman.
You want? That?
Good evening to one and all present here.
No, this.
My name is Raj.
Raj, you are not.
Good evening to one and all present here. My name is Raj, and today my title of the speech is Only One Earth. So, past few days, everyone is talking about the rising temperature in Jubail, and I was thinking that how hot it will be in desert areas. And I had a question in my mind that how did Arab people survive here when there were no ACs? So, climate change is a topic of great concern at present. So, increasing amount of carbon dioxide emitted by vehicles and industries cause the heat from the sun to reflect back on the Earth's surface, causing global warming. Apart from that, human activities damage the Earth in multiple ways, like over exploitation of natural resources, causing air pollution, etc. So, in efforts to raise awareness on environmental issues, the World Environment Day is celebrated annually on 5th of June. It is a global platform for public outreach with a participation from over 143 countries annually. Since the year 1973, this day has been celebrated. To raise awareness and to generate political momentum around growing environmental concerns such as global warming, desertification, etc. It has it has since gone into a global action platform, helping to drive in consumption habitats as well as in national and international environmental policy. So this program each year gives a theme. The theme for the year 2022 is Only One Earth. Only One Earth advocates for transformative uh, Only One Earth advocates for transformative environmental. So, what was the next word? I forgot. Okay, so when I searched on the Google that how did Arab people survive here without AC, then it gave me the results such as Arab people stayed in the houses made up of clay bricks and palm leaves. Or Arab people also stayed in the tents made up of camel hair. Now the houses are made up of concrete, which is one of the reason of increasing temperature. And another reason of increasing temperature is the excessive use of AC. So this heat insulating material keeps the house warm during the night and cold during the daytime. So I have learned many things on this topic, but now I forgot some lines which I have learned about that topic. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Youth Leader Raj Nandu. May I have the timer's report, please?
Youth Leader Afra Ashraf, 6 minutes 42 seconds qualified. Youth Leader Divyas Sridhar, 5 minutes 30 seconds 13 seconds qualified. Youth Leader Adawa Ahmed, 8 minutes 6 seconds not qualified. Youth Leader Raj Ahmed, 5 minutes 7 seconds qualified.
Thank you, Youth Leader Raj. Now, may I request the vote counter to distribute the voting papers, and may I request everyone to cast their valuable votes. And that brings us to the end of our first segment of prepared speeches. Now, may I request our joke master, Youth Leader Jewel Roshan, to come to the podium and entertain us all with some jokes. Please welcome Youth Leader Jewel Roshan.
Dear Youth Leader of the Day, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters and parents, a warm good evening to all.
Evening.
Today I will be entertaining you with the joke of an Indian passenger traveling in plane. An Indian traveler was traveling in the plane. He introduced himself to the co-passengers. The co-passenger was Einstein. After talking for a while with Einstein decided to play a game. He asked the Indian passenger, "Can we play a game?" He said, "Of course." The Einstein said, "The rule is simple. If I ask you a question, you don't answer it, you have to give me $5. And if you ask a question and I don't answer, I will give you $500. The Indian passenger thought for a while. Wow, if I don't answer, I have to only give him $5, and if he doesn't answer, I get $500. Wow, great! So the challenge began. First, it was the turn of Einstein to say the question. The question was, what is the distance between Earth and Moon? The Indian thought for a while and couldn't find it. So he gave $5 to Einstein. It was Indian's turn to say the question. The question was, which creature climbs up with 3 legs and comes down with 4 legs? The Einstein think for a while with his scientific knowledge, but couldn't find it. So it was the turn of the Einstein to tell the question. Before telling the question, he asked, "What is the answer of the question? Which creature goes up to the mountain with 3 legs and goes down with 4 legs?" The Indian put his hand on the pocket and gave him $5. The moral of the story is never mess up with the Indian.
Thank you, Youth Leader Jewel Roshan, for such entertaining joke. Now, let us refresh our energy by taking a break of 10 minutes. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, good evening once again. I request you all to please settle down.
Please settle down.
Let us start with our third segment of the evening, the table topic segment. To conduct this most exciting segment, we have an exciting personality. Please help me welcome Youth Leader Faraz Shafi to conduct this segment, please.
Just sit down. And remove the notes.
Hello, friend, youth leader of the day, thanks for that generous introduction. Very good youth leaders, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. A very warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
I feel elected to your table topic master. The purpose of table topic is to sharpen our communication skills of listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking on the field. The time allotted is a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds. After which you will be disqualified. Are you all ready? Yes. Our first speaker is Youth Leader Vedant Kumar Singh. Help me welcome Youth Leader Vedant Kumar Singh. Youth Leader Vedant Kumar Singh. Your topic is what things in life should always be free. I repeat, what things in life should always be free.
What is?
Youth Leader Vedant Kumar Singh. Your topic is what things in life should always be free. I repeat, what things in life should always be free.
Distinguished mentors, youth leaders, and all my dear friends, a very warm good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
My name is Vedant Kumar Singh, and today I have been asked the question, what things in life should be free? In my personal opinion, two things, the most important things should be free. One of them is education and other is food. Every child in the world deserves education. Government should provide everybody with free education, which our Indian government is, which makes me really happy. They should provide good education, where the child can choose any field they want, either it is science, commerce or arts. The other thing that I think should be free is food. Many people nowadays are not able to get food because in this hustle world. They are not able to get jobs, so they don't have money and they don't get food. I feel like our government should take a step up and get free food. They should provide free food in every colony of India. So I think that the two things that should be free are food and education. Thank you.
Our second speaker is Youth Leader Mohammad Farhan Naufal. Help me welcome Youth Leader Mohammad Farhan Naufal to the podium, please. Youth Leader Mohammad Farhan, your topic is what are the top 3 qualities you look for in a friend? I repeat, what are the top 3 qualities you look for in a friend?
Hello, leaders and distinguished guests. A warm good evening to one and all.
Evening.
My topic is what are the best 3 qualities in a friend? So, my best friend is Mother Murali and Mursa Irshad, and they were very good friends, and they helped me in so much times, and I trust them both. And when I'm sad or even I get in a problem, they both help me a lot. I have an issue when I play football. I get angry very fast. Then Madhav and Mirza is the one who control me when I play football, and I'm so thankful for them to be in my life and helping me a lot. and thank you.
Our fourth speaker is Youth Leader Karthik Suresh. As we welcome Youth Leader Karthik Suresh to the podium. Youth Leader Karthik Suresh, your topic is what food does everyone love but you eat? I repeat, what food does everyone love but you eat?
Dear elegant fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
My name is Karthikeyan, and my question is, what is the favorite food everyone loves but I hate? The food I hate the most is, as I told, tapioca biryani. And on in Malayalam, kappa biryani. So, my friends, as the dear Manoj uncle told, my parents are my best friends. So my parents love tapioca biryani so much, but I will hate it very much. If I taste it, I will be vomiting. So I don't like it. So because of that, that is the hate. That food I hate so much, and because of the hating, what I hate in that is the tapioca. So I don't love the tapioca, and there are beef, and beef I love, but the tapioca will irritate me so much. That's why I don't like tapioca biryani. But everyone, I think most of you loves it very much. So that's why it's my hatest food. Over to you, Toastmaster. Means English master.
Our fourth speaker is Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj. Help me welcome Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj to the podium, please. Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj, your topic is what's the best or worst prank you have played on someone? I repeat, what's the best or worst prank you have played on someone?
Okay. Youth leader of the day, fellow youth leaders, dear Toastmasters and guests. A warm good evening
Good
to one and
evening.
all.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, I got the topic, which is the baddest prank I have done to someone. So, the baddest prank I have ever done to someone is to my mother. Once I came from school, I showed her my paper, I got full marks, she was very happy and she was very pleased. But I planned a prank for her. I put a bucket of water in top of the door and it was in my room. So I sat on my room. My mother was coming like this and full water on her head. She was very tense and looking at me like this. I was scared. I said, it is just a prank. Nothing. My mom was very tense and she took a big stick and hit me. I got hurt so much and I cried. And then my little smiling very greedily. So I was actually very scared in that impact, but my mother forgave me and I promised her I will never play a tricky prank on her again. She was very pleased to hear it. So everyone, I just want to conclude with a quote. Enjoy the moments that make you smile. Over to you.
Our fifth and last speaker is Youth Leader Radhika Manikandan. Help me welcome Youth Leader Radhika Manikandan to the podium. Youth Leader Radhika Manikandan, your topic is what's the silliest thing you are pretty good at? I repeat, what's the silliest thing you are pretty good at?
First of all, good evening, everyone. So my topic is what is the silliest thing I'm pretty good at. I basically don't have such things in my life yet, but soon I think I would have one, and I wish this topic was given later on. Because I know that I would do something silly, which I will be pretty good at. Right now I don't have one, and maybe, okay, I don't have one. But seriously.
So, we have come to the end of the table topic section 1. Please give a thunderous round of applause to all the participants. Can I have the timers for this?
Youth Leader Vedant Kumar Singh, 1 minute 11 seconds. Qualified. Youth Leader Mohammed Farhan Afal, 1 minute 9 seconds. Qualified. Youth Leader Karthik Suresh, 1 minute 32 seconds. Qualified. Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj, 1 minute 49 seconds. Qualified. Youth Leader Ritika Manikandan, 44 seconds. 81 seconds. Qualified.
So, except one, all are qualified. All the youth leaders, please cast your vote for the great table topic speaker. Thank you. Over to youth leader of the day.
That brings us to the end of the first table topic session. Now let's start our next table topic session by inviting youth leader Aisha Father.
Thank you, youth leader of the day, for that lovely introduction. Distinguished guests, esteemed Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, a warm good evening to all of you. Today's session is a long-standing Toastmaster tradition intended to help members develop their ability to organize their thoughts quickly and respond to an impromptu question or topic. Table topics typically begins after the prepared speeches, so here we are. And please use the word of the day in your speeches as much as possible. So, let me call upon the first speaker. The first table topic speaker is Youth Leader Fazeen Shafi.
Your topic is, what is your favorite childhood memory? I repeat, what is your favorite childhood memory? Youth leader Fazeen Shah.
A very good evening, respected Toastmasters, eloquent youth leaders, and distinguished guests. Myself, Periyar. So, can you say one word?
What is your favorite childhood memory?
What is my favorite childhood memory? When I was small, it is also funniest. When I was small, with my brother, I will always sing anything like and my mother has put video of that, and I think that it was so funny, and my brother also helped with that, and we will see another song. It's not based by movie or anything. I'll sing like this. When I will tell to my brother, stop talking, stop telling this, stop telling this, and my brother tell, what is it, what are you singing? And I am also repeating that, and my brother will always call me, and I will also. So any songs I will sing. What songs I don't know. I sing. My mother has put that video also, and I will think, oh, this I sing in childhood. That's it. Thank you.
The second speaker is youth leader Arna Gupta.
Yeah.
Youth leader Arna Gupta. Your topic is, what motivates you to be your best? I repeat, what motivates you to be your best? Youth leader Arna Gupta.
Okay. A very good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
My name is Anna. My name is Anna Gupta. So my topic is, what motivates you the most to do your best, right? Yes. First of all, the thing that motivates me is my brother and my family, my friends. But the most motivating thing is my dad. He motivates me a lot. Because of that motivation, I could reach here. By the way, YLP also motivates me a lot. That's why I can be a good speaker, and I have many things I could tell in my school to jealous my friends. As I was in the lower, now I could be with my high plus friends. So the YLP also motivates me a lot to do my best. And as I say, my dad, he helped me a lot in my speeches, in my homeworks, in my works, and especially when I got less marks in the test. He motivates me a lot to do your best, and that's why I am here getting nice marks in the test, not much good, but nice marks in the test only. So in a short way, I would like to tell, everything motivates me a lot to do my best. Over to you.
The third speaker is youth leader Chaitanya Singh. Youth leader Chaitanya Singh. Your topic is, what is the best decision you have made? I repeat, what is the best decision you have made? Youth leader Chaitanya Singh.
Yes.
Okay. Distinguished Toastmasters, guests, fellow youth leaders, good evening.
Good evening.
Now, the best decision that I made, actually there are a lot, okay, I'm just saying that there are a lot, but the recent decision, the best decision that I made is joining YLP. And it's not just because of public speaking or what you learn, no, it's just different experience that you experience in your life. It's like a program, like it will start and it will end. So the YLP program will come in and end. So I'm really happy that this is just an experience that I am having in my life. And not just because, yeah, my mom is Toastmaster, so yeah, okay, I also joined YLP just to become like her. No, it's my wish. Like I wanted to join YLP, and that's just how I am. Like a few years back, as I have mentioned like so many times that I have actually seen many YLP programs, and seeing them it was really nice. It was really fascinating me, and I was like, oh, I can join. But then I was really young that time, and I was really bad at speaking. Not gonna lie, I was really very bad. But I wouldn't say I'm good now. I'm still learning. But yeah, the best decision that I have made is joining YLP. Thank you, and over to you.
The fourth speaker is youth leader Joseph Xavier. Youth leader Joseph Xavier, your topic is to 1 year from today. How do you think your life will be different? To 1 year from today, how do you think your life will be different? Youth leader Joseph Xavier.
Fellow youth leaders, respected Toastmasters and guests, in 1 year I see myself studying good, overcoming my game addiction and scoring better result, listening to my mother, a totally different person. That's what I aim for from today to the next year. I also want to be a good public speaker. Today is the seventh meeting. I want to practice table topics and public speaking altogether. So I will be a better leader in the future. Thank you.
The fifth speaker is youth leader Mohammed Faiz Naufal. Youth leader Mohammed Faiz Naufal. Your topic is, if I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for? I repeat, if I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for? Youth leader Mohammed Faiz.
Dear youth leaders, inspired Toastmaster, Madam Toastmaster, courageous parents, a very warm good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
My topic is, if I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for? My wish will be to travel around the world. There are many beautiful places in the world. I like to travel many places. One of the favorite places to travel is Europe. There are many beautiful places in Europe. Like London Museum, Rome, Venice, Italy, and many etc. There are many delicious food. In Europe. I like to taste many food items. Thank you, TT Master, for giving me this wonderful topic.
I believe that's all table topic speakers. Am I missing someone?
No.
May I have the timer's report?
Yes. Youth leader Fasil Shafi, 1 minute 14 seconds qualified. Youth leader Anna Gupta, 1 minute 28 seconds qualified. Youth leader Chaitanya Sri, 1 minute 25 seconds qualified. Youth leader Joshpan Xavier, 49 seconds 28 milliseconds disqualified. Youth leader Muhammad Faiz Nafal, 1 minute 6 seconds qualified.
So everyone except one is qualified. Thank you for giving me such a wonderful opportunity and congratulations to all the table topic speakers for the great attempt. Over to you, Yudhir Abdul.
I asked Youth Leader Ms. Aisha to deliver the voting check. Oh, I asked Youth Leader Ms. Aisha to collect the voting slip.
Second one back. Right section.
What an entertaining table topic segment conducted by two TT masters, Youth Leader Faraz Shafi and Youth Leader Aisha Fatah. Now, let's begin our fourth segment, evaluation segment. For improvement, we need constructive feedback. So let us have expert comments from our general evaluator and her team. Our general evaluator today is a true symbol of commitment and support, ever encouraging and dedicated youth leader. Please help me welcome Youth Leader Pragati to evaluate today's segment.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Now let's start the evaluation session. I request all the evaluators to please be ready with your evaluation. Now the evaluation starts with the first evaluator. Please help me welcome our first evaluator for speaker number 1, Afra, Leah and Titus.
Whatever you like. You want it?
Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and dear parents, a very pleasant good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Today, I'll be evaluating my very good friend, Youth Leader Afra. Afra, your speech was amazing. You started your speech with a beautiful quote, which is a really good way to start your speech. And in between of the speeches, you asked questions to the audience, which really engaged the audience. Your speech was really motivational, and you gave a real-life example of a survivor of 3 ships while at Jessor. Your podium usage was really good. You didn't use too much of it or too less. Your facial expressions were great. Your hand gestures were amazing. And your message was really clear. You wore a smile throughout your speech. But of course, there's an area for improvement. avoid that, it would make a really big change to your speech. And the most important thing, if you forget your lines, take a deep breath and continue. When you enter this podium, you are the boss. Do not apologize. If you could take recommendations, if you could take these recommendations into your speech, you'd be a great speaker next time. And overall, I really enjoyed your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah, for that wonderful evaluation. Now let's welcome our second evaluator, Chaitanya Shri, for speaker number 2, Divya Sri.
Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders and guests. Okay, and youth leader Divya Sridhar in particular. First of all, I'm very fortunate enough to evaluate a great champion speaker's speech. Okay, what an amazing speech that was. Okay, I was really mesmerized. The title, Just Wait, was really captivating. Now, first of all, you started with a really good quote. Okay, like I always say, quotes like starting with the quote, it really, like increase your points in speech, and it looks good while you're like presenting your speech. Second was your hand gestures. Okay, there was one time when you were like hand gesturing you were saying some sentence and you were hand gesturing like this, and like however you were like this, like the hand gestures, they were really good. Okay, the third is voice modulation. Your voice modulation was so good. There was a time when you were like, just wait. That was so good. Okay, voice modulation was very good. Now, however, there is always a room for improvement. I recommend you could have used the stage a little more, like not just going back and forth, like going here and there and just utilizing the stage more, It did seem like you were utilizing it, but not enough. Like you can utilize it as much as you can, because the whole stage is yours. I'm not telling you to just go there and go there and just go there. No, like you utilize this area. Okay, that would be really good. Now, so I conclude with a very good quote that you started, very good hand gestures, voice modulation, and the recommendation of utilizing the stage. You can keep that on mind, and you can just say you can add it upon when you're delivering something else next time. Otherwise, your speech was really amazing. And can I have another round of applause for her speech? Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Chaitanya. Thank you, Chaitanya. I'm sure everyone loved your evaluation. And the third evaluator for speaker number 3, Adarva, is Ishan Malik. Please help me welcome Ishan Malik to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to evaluate the international speech of youth leader Atharva Hanuman. Where is he? Oh, I need to get glasses. The title of his speech was I Am at My Own. This is a special evaluation because youth leader Atharva is none other than our president. And as a VP membership, I should do your evaluation properly. So, I will be very, very careful in my evaluation. Coming to his speech, it was an excellent speech. Even the balloon burst with happiness. Let us give him a big round of applause. Your speech was well organized. It had a good introduction, good content, and memorable conclusion. Your language was excellent, and your words were well chosen. Regarding the areas of improvement, I feel you can improve your facial expressions and vocal quality. You can try to change your facial expressions and voice modulation to match the mood of your speech. You are moving around too much and you are looking down a lot, which you should stop because it is going to affect your speech. Your speech was as colorful as my LED light keyboard. Overall, it was an excellent and eloquent speech. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Ishan Malik. I love your evaluation. And the fourth evaluator for speaker number 4, Raj Haman, is Sifas Jonathan. Please help me welcome Sifas Jonathan to the podium.
Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, a very warm good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Today I am going to evaluate youth leader Raj. He has started with an amazing topic, the weather. Your speech was well drafted and it was excellent. I really enjoyed your speech. Well done. The thing I would like to suggest you for improving your speech, you could have used the podium. Practice your eye contact. You are always looking down, and improve your body language. Like you are always standing stiff. Practice your gestures. Your gestures show that you are nervous. If you take this recommendation, you will be better speaker. Waiting to hear your more speeches from you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Sifas Jonathan, for that awesome evaluation. Now let's start the TP evaluation, and our first TP evaluator for TP session 1 is Adeep Sheikh.
Good evening, everyone. Today I will be evaluating the session 1 of the table topics, starting with the first speaker, youth leader Vedant Kumar Singh. Your topic was, what things in life should be free? Your speech was incredibly fluid and eloquent, almost like a prepared speech. You used the podium well to your advantage. But to improve further, I would recommend you to improve your voice modulation and increase your vocal variety. Next up, moving to the second speaker, Mohammad Farhan Naufal, who spoke on the topic, what are the top 3 topics or top 3 qualities you would look for in a friend? You had an amazing smile on, that was beautiful, and your hand gestures were good, but your voice was a bit low, which made you sound less confident and a bit nervous, and you could have also used the stage more. Next, you see the Karthik Suresh. He spoke on the topic, what food does everyone love, but I hate? Your voice modulation was amazing, but you could have added some other points. You were just repeating the same thing that you hate that. And next up, the fourth speaker, youth leader Siddharth Manoj, who spoke on the topic, what's the best or worst prank you have done on someone? You had amazing body language, your speech was humorous. Overall, it was the best speech so far. And I don't have some major recommendations, but to improve the speech and take it up to the next level, you could have used the stage a bit more, walk across the stage, not just back and forth. And then use your Ritika. Spoke on the topic, what's the silliest thing you are really good at? You tried to speak up, even though the topic was a bit tough, and you did an amazing job. So congratulations for that. But you sounded a bit nervous and you didn't use the stage more, so I would encourage you to do that. Overall, the table topic session was amazing, and if everyone takes these recommendations into consideration, I really hope and I really believe that everyone will be a really good table topic speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek, for that wonderful evaluation. And our session, second PT evaluation for session 2 is Arnab Gupta.
Hello, yes. Thank you. So, have a round of applause for all table topics, second round speakers. And our first speaker is Farzeen Shafi. Your topic was, what's your favorite childhood memory? And you tell that you're singing like this, blah 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 blah. And your brother just copied it. And your mother will record videos. And when you grow up, you saw that. And you think, I was doing this in my childhood. And your speech was wonderful. Just a one recommendation. You were doing full concentration to the audience, but in some sentence, you were letting it like downside. Just you will accept and you try to do it. You will be a public speaker. And our next is Arna Gupta. Your topic is, what motivates you to do your best? You talk about your brother as me, your dad, and YLP. And that you will make jealous in school. That was the best point in your speech. And when you will get bad marks, your dad always motivates you to get good marks. And if every speaker needs a recommendation, but few speaker has the skill of public speaking without any recommendation, as Arna Gupta. If everybody asks anybody who motivates you, tell your dad and YLP. And if anybody asks who person motivates by you, ask and tell Arnav Gupta is motivated by you. And our next speaker is Chaitanya Shi, and her topic is, what's the best decision you have made? You tell that your best decision was joining YLP, as it helps in speaking. And there were no few such a recommendation, just a little bit, that when you were speaking, sometimes you were taking small pauses and holding your hands. But that's just a little. You can, when you improve it, you can be a best speaker. And our next speaker is Josbin. Your topic is to 1 year. Today, you be with to 1 year to today. What
that body language. You was just had like this little swing and body movements. And our next is Faraz novel. His topic is, if I could grant your one wish, what it would be? You tell that there is many beautiful places in world like you want to go, and like Europe, as that's my favorite places too. And you tell that the food you want to taste, that's why it's your favorite taste, and the food was too tasty. But your body language is also not too clear. If you will do some confidence voices race, so it will be best. And I'll have a round of applause for all table topic speakers once again. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Arnav Gupta, for that wonderful evaluation. And with that, the evaluation session is over. May I get the timer's report?
Yes. Leanne Titus, 1 minute 37 seconds, qualified. Then Chaitanya Sri, 1 minute 49 seconds, qualified. Then Muhammad Ishan Malik, 1 minute 40 seconds, qualified. Then Suhas Jonathan, 1 minute 5 seconds, qualified. Then fifth evaluator, Muhammad Adib Sheikh, 2 minutes, qualified. Then youth leader Arnav Gupta, 4 minutes 45 seconds, disqualified.
Thank you for that report. May I request all of you to cast your votes? In the meantime, I invite Wardmaster and Grandmarian to come to lectern to give his report.
Respected Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and all my dear fellow youth leaders, good evening.
Good evening.
Our YLP, youth leader Mazin, Farzeen, Ishan Malik, Adib Sheikh are the people who wrote the word of the day for today. International speech. Afra Ashraf, no grammatical errors, no mispronounced words, one broken sentence and one word repetition. Divya Sridhar, no grammatical error. She used creative usage of language, no mispronounced words, no repetition. Agarwa Hanna, no grammatical errors, no mispronounced words, two overusage of connectors. Raj Hanmat, no grammatical error, no mispronounced words, 4 overusage of connectors, and 4 word repetitions. And then 30 topics. Vedant Kumar, no grammatical error, no mispronounced words, and 1 overusage of connectors. Farhan Raffel, no grammatical errors, no mispronounced words, and 2 overusage of connectors. Karthik Suresh, 1 grammatical error. Yudhvida Siddharth, he used a creative usage of language, he used a code. Yudhvida Ritika, 1 broken sentence. Yudhvida Farzeen, she used the word of the day. And then 1 overusage of connector. Yudhvida Anna Gupta, 1 overusage of connector. Yudhvida Chaitanya Shri, 1 overusage of
Thank you, Grammarian, for your detailed report. May I request our accountant to give his report, please?
Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow listeners, and guests, everyone, good evening to you all.
Good evening.
Youth leader of class, two participants, 0 unnecessary words, 1 repetition, and 2 focus. Youth leader, Divya, 0 versus answer, 0 unnecessary words, 0 1 repetition, 0 focus. Atharva, 0 versus answer, 1 unwanted figures, and 0 repetition and focus. Raj, 9 verbal conjures, unnecessary word, 5 word repetition and 2 focus. Thank you.
Thank you for your detailed report. Dear friends, let us give a big round of applause to all those evaluators and assignees for their great performance. Now it's my turn to evaluate the overall proceedings of the meetings. Everything went well except the balloons. When Divya was speaking, the balloons were cut and then everyone went. So yeah, the distraction was there, so please don't put the balloons near the nails. It happened because the nails were near the balloons and it burst all suddenly. So we need to improve that.
Yeah. No.
So, and when a speaker is speaking, he should not walk like this. It's really awkward. So, it like feels he's not having any confidence. And it feels like the speaker is not having any confidence in him. So please improve that. And overall the meeting was excellent. I loved all the speeches. And today was a great meeting. Everything was in order according to me. So yeah, that was my evaluation for today's meeting. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Youth Leader of the Day.
As the vote counter is still working on his job, please help me welcome an inspirational personality, our President, Toastmaster Harish Uncle, for his words of wisdom. A huge round of applause.
Thank you, Brother Zaid. We have some time with us. Is there, first of all, any youth leader who didn't have any role or speech? Please come. Come. Please, our youth leaders who didn't have a role or a speech, then please come on stage. Right. Please. Actually, the YLP president, YLP coordinator has asked to leave the podium aside. I don't know how loud I am. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Whichever way you are confident, if you want, you can go back to the lectern. Otherwise, you are free. You can choose to stand here. The only condition is that you have to speak minimum 1 minute. And I leave whichever topic, whatever under the sun or beyond the sun, up to you. First and then you.
Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all.
Good evening.
I would like to speak about today's meeting. Today's meeting was really good and I enjoyed you hear Divya Sridhar's speech. She said about wait, just wait, and it's really a life lesson to wait. And I also loved Ishan Malik's evaluation as he brought in evaluation humorous he gave a humorous evaluation, so that was really incredible and unexpected. And yeah, total meeting was good and I really enjoyed the meeting.
Well done.
May I begin? Yes. Respected Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and all my fellow youth leaders, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today's meeting, how was it? I would like to congratulate the YLP of today, Mazen. Can we please have a round of applause for her? So, who was today's your most like international speech? Raj.
Yeah.
Who was yourself?
Yeah.
Ren, who was your favorite table topic speaker? Faiz, who was your favorite evaluator? Adib. So, to conclude, I would like to say all of your speeches were good. If I would get the chance to say who was the best, I would say everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. I think is the research ready?
Yes.
Ready? Can we go for an announcement? Is it ready? Okay. Now, please, I invite back the tune of the day on stage.
Now I request your vote counters. Youth leader Mirza Irshad to come to the lectern and announce today's result. I also request our presiding officer and YLP coordinator, Toastmaster Manoj Uncle, to come to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I am telling sorry because of coming late. First, I was not well, that's why. Okay, anyway, this is a time to know the winners. Are you ready?
Yes.
Winning is important, no doubt for that. But participation is important than winning. All participants cannot be the winner. So let's give a thunderous round of applause for all the participants that It was an amazing session, isn't it?
Yes.
So, I know you are eager to know the winners and moreover eager to for the food also. So let us announce the winners of tonight. Let me start with the prepared speech segment. Any guesses? Okay. The best speaker award goes to youth leader Afrash. Next. Youth leader Divya Sridhar. Youth Leader Raj Hanman. Congratulations for the winners. Please give a big round of applause. Next, let us move the winners of TD Speaker. The first segment, that is TD Speaker Award, goes to Youth Leader Chaitanya Singh. Next, Youth Leader Farzeen Shafi. Let's have a good. Okay, the next is your leader, Arna Gupta. Now let us move to the first segment of TD Speaker. The best TD Speaker, Youth Leader Vedant Kumar. Next, Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj. Next, Youth Leader Karthik Suresh. Last but not the least, the speech evaluators. Let me announce the winner. The best evaluator goes to your leader, Ishan Man. Next, youth leader Chaitanya Singh. Youth Leader Adib Sheikh. Let us give a round of applause and congratulations for all the winners. Once again, let me remind you that participation is important than winning. So congrats for all the participants and practice and prepare, and you will be the next winner. Thank you very much, Youth Education, for the opportunity given to be your motto for today. Thank you, and over to you, Peter.
Congratulations to the winners, all the speakers, and my dear assignment. Dear youth leaders, it has been a real pleasure and privilege to be your youth leader of the day. I would like to thank all my assignees and all the good hearts which guided me and our team to wisely build this meeting. Over to you, presiding officer.
The youth leader of the day really did an amazing job today. First, I would like to say all of you, just give a big round of applause for. Now, let's have a healthy discussion. I'm not giving rise to any kind of toxic debate over here. Just have a healthy discussion. Which side are you, Marvel or DC? Now, Marvel started its journey back in 2011 and he started in 2013. It was 2013. The producers of DC were like so frustrated that Marvel was succeeding in every single aspect. From there, they were like grossing billions of dollars at the box office. And 2013, we are not doing anything. So in 2013, the producers of DC Universe said that, okay, let's start our own universe. They started with Man of Steel, which was actually a very good film. It got very critical response and financial as well. Batman vs Superman was really very dark. Dark, I mean, it didn't have much humor. It was like a very depressing film. And finally, it really got some bit negative reviews because most of the scenes in the film were like removed from just so that it could have a PG-13 rating. And when the Ultimate Edition was released, people actually said this was so good film. It was really close to reality. I mean, that's how humans would have reacted if they would have seen a creature like Superman. Cut to 2017. The producers of DC were not so happy with their success. I mean, they were actually filming Justice League. And the director, Zack Snyder, actually lost his daughter. It was a really sad moment for him. So, the producers of DC decided, let's just remove Zack Snyder and hire the director of Avengers. Because Avengers had already been so successful at the box office that they thought, okay, if we have to be successful like them, we have to be like them. So they hired the director of Avengers, and that film was like absolutely flop. No one liked it. And I personally feel like I did similar mistake today. The kind of speeches I give it, they're not filled with humor. And today I thought, just for the sake of international speech, if I sprinkle some humor in my speech, if I act like those kids who, the kind of speech they used to give before, if I do something like them, I can be the winner. But it didn't happen. Instead, it elapsed my time. I personally regret that I'm never going to watch this clip, I promise. I will never watch this clip first thing. No. That's what happens when you try to be wannabe like someone. That's the thing that happens. You know, you have your own iconic personality. You should never change it. And I promise, from now in my future, I will never sprinkle that kind of forced humor. If I personally feel to laugh on something, I would definitely add it. But forcefully, I will never add anything. Everyone has their own iconic personality, and be just whatever you are.
That was my speech. Now, I invite UP Education to read the minutes of next meeting, the assignees of next meeting.
Thank you, President, for the invitation to announce the next week roles of the assignees. Our next meeting will be on 17th of June 2022, Friday. My team of assignees for the next meeting will be our youth leader of the day will be Leah Ann, our wordmaster and grammarian will be youth leader Arna Gupta, timer will be youth leader Chaitanya Sri, our founder will be youth leader Wamika Singh, joke master will be youth leader Muhammad Roshan, our TT master will be youth leader Afra Ashraf. Our general evaluator will be youth leader Joanna Sarah. Our ward counter will be youth leader Vedant Kumar Singh. International project will be youth leader Abid Sheikh, youth leader Farad Shafi, youth leader Ryan T. Nausha, youth leader Joel Roshan, youth leader Jocelyn Shagar, youth leader Muhammad Mazin, youth leader Muhammad Faiz, youth leader Muhammad Ishan, youth leader Johnson, youth leader Aisha Patel. Speech evaluators will be youth leader Muhammad Farhan, youth leader Karthik Suresh, youth leader Pragati Pillai, youth leader Siddharth Manoj, youth leader Vedika Manikandan, youth leader Fardeen Shafi, youth leader Aaron Emmanuel, youth leader Arna Gupta, youth leader Isha P. Nausha, youth leader Azhar Rahman. TT speakers will be youth leader Muhammad Harun, youth leader Muhammad Farhan, youth leader Pragati Pillai, youth leader Divya Sridhar, youth leader Vedika Manikandan, youth leader Atharva Hanmat, youth leader Raj Hanmat. TT evaluator will be youth leader Musa Irshad. Hope the above are correct. If any doubts or concerns, please let me know. Is that alright?
Yes.
Thank you. Let us confirm these
The
are
YLP
our
meeting would be Chaitanya. That was the YLP of the second meeting.
Yeah, she was loaded.
Yeah.
He was the loaded already.
Already, okay. So,
Chaitanya Sri.
Chaitanya Sri had taken the youth leader of the day already.
No. So it was last time, but I was absent, so she
Okay, fine. You stay. Oh, that's good.
Youth leader will be Chaitanya Sri and thank you. Let us confirm these are our assignees for the next meeting. Thank you very much and over to you.
Now, to further proceed the meeting, I invite DTM Harish Uncle to the stage. So, here's something I wanted to share with you guys. So, in recent days, the COVID cases in Saudi Arabia has increased. And last time I checked, it was 1200 yesterday. So, I personally feel like we should maintain a kind of social distance over here. So today, instead of having the traditional group photo, someone will take a photo from here, from the stage. All you have to do is simply keep your mask down. All of your photos will be covered. All of your faces will be covered. And that will be like today's photo shoot.
What I like about him is that he holds certain values true to his heart and lives by those principles. Excellent. Congratulations. We have only 9 minutes in hand, and I think we are nearing 10 o'clock. We do not have the extra time. My request is there any parents or guests who would like to come here and share your short message? Is there anyone? Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunity. Dear youth leaders, wonderful performance. I'm very much impressed. The efforts, your time, your practice, whatever you are showing for each and every week. A good transformation. Because I was very happy in the last meeting. Also, and I'm very much proud to see your excellent delivery and confidence. And for any question, I can see from each table, people are coming forward by raising their hand, and that is what actually is required. Keep practicing, and one message I like to say for you all is, of course, when vote counter is announced, I can see a broad smile from each and every one, and of course, as he has given a right quote, Mr. Asher, that participation is more important, winning is secondary. The one message which I like to give is, the real happiness and the satisfaction comes only on practice. Not only for your role for this YLP or any exam or any work, have enough practice and do it. For example, if you are going to present your prepared speech next week, kindly don't do just 1 or 2 days before or 4 to 5 times practice and coming on stage, which will never work. Trophies, certificates, appreciation, of course you will be getting it on many stages. Let it be even a timer role, let it be even a joke master, let it be your R counter, let it be your evaluation. Have enough practice. The first time until the last time, you will get the confidence. That is the real happiness and that is the real satisfaction. You will find a great transformation within you. You feel that you have achieved something that is 1,000 times better than receiving the certificate and dancing in the class. Best wishes to you students. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Periyar team leaders, for giving me the opportunity for me to give a small message for you leaders. Thank you once again.
Dear all, the next meeting it's going to be here, but there will be a change of time because I think we will need to vacate this hall latest by 7 p.m. I think.
6 p.m. actually.
6 p.m. they are asking us to move out of this hall, so we will have to start early. Like we will start at 1:30. What does it mean is that you have to be here by 1:15. What does it mean is that you will have to take your lunch early and come here by 1:15. All right?
Okay.
Okay? Right. Right. Now, time is already running short, and our president has told us not to congregate on the stage. So we'll go for a group photo with all of you sitting where you are with your mask down, and who is the expert photographer who can come here and take. No, you leaders, because you all have to be on the frame. Yes, yes. Gupta, please. Please take a wide range photo.
We can
Smile.
Please.